All right. Hopefully everything is working. You guys can see everything, hear everything, and we are good to go. Let's double check my settings real fast. And we're going to be out here in the Camadozaal Ruins, or however the fuck you pronounce it. I need to start my collection logs, and I want to get my hammer first because I'm a miner. I'm a smither. I like my crafting and all of that good stuff. So that's pretty much what my goal here is going to be today. Just mining and trying my luck on getting the collection log filled out. I have one. I got the hammer for the hammer. So let's go to some Barronite and start our mining. Hopefully it's not going to be that excruciating, but I do know that the normal time it'll take to do this is like 13 hours or so. So hopefully I can get lucky. We're hoping. We got 3 so far. If I get 500, I should be able to exchange for a fully created one, or like 1,200 or something like that. Either way, I'll get one or the other. I'm thinking I'll get the hammer before anything. Snow. There we go. And there, I've got to get a screenshot. Oh yeah, getting never mind. Okay, hell yeah, getting that mining done. I've already done the fishing aspect. I mean, I could do it more to go ahead and level up my prayer, but I'm mainly just focused on getting our collection, which, to show you guys, collection log, I got one. I got one out of the whole collection log, which happens to be over here in Camdozaal. I believe in myself. Come on, get lucky. Strike it big. I'm not going to be able to get the one from the golems, which is fine. I don't really care for it. But I really, really, really want to get the other ones. I'm mainly looking forward to the hammer. The hammer's going to help out with all of my blacksmithing capabilities and shit. Those are okay. Don't really care. That's for the museum, which I'll do eventually. After I get my membership, I will go ahead and focus on it. But for now, it is all just what I can do as a free player. I often forget how excruciating low-level mining can be. I've already done this grind once before on my main. It's just, I think it would matter more on my Ironman, you know? Being able to do all the fun stuff on my Ironman account is my main goal. Hopefully I don't die. We made it to day 3. Technically day 4, but I wasn't online yesterday, so I'm only counting today as day 3. Telling you, you really should. You really should. It's free to play. You know, you can go ahead and put the money in for the sub if you want, but you'd be really shocked and amazed on just how much of the game is there available to go ahead and try and enjoy. And this is only the old school version. You have RuneScape 3 that you can basically play, which is almost the exact same thing with, you know, updated changes. Like, it's more of a modern take on this one. I mean, I originally started on RuneScape 3 and the population died over there. So I moved over to old school because everyone was like, oh my God, Old School is like the shit. And, you know, me coming from like all the other MMOs out there in the world, this this is what everyone is like telling me is the latest greatest shit and will change my whole entire perspective. And yeah. Yeah, like I said, going into Black Desert earlier and not really having any type of meaningful progression that cannot be swiped for, it brings a whole new meaning to an MMO. You don't get that sense of progression anymore when it comes to the modern games. Everything is swipe for a costume, hide what you're wearing, and no one really has a real visual goal of what they like. Look at that. That sets I want cool stuff like that. And it's not a credit card buy, it's not something that you can swipe for. It's literally something that you can find in game. Literally just dressed up how you chose and was able to unlock with your own skill and your own achievements, opposed to paying your 20 or your 2K pearls or your 22K pearls for a costume to hide all of your equipment and stuff. See, I would like that, except for, again, you know, your legendaries are often overshadowed by the cosmetics that you can go ahead and get inside of the cash shop. So even if you don't get that legendary skin or whatever that you're going for, you can just swipe and get something that's either almost as good or looks visually better. That's why I stopped playing the game. Like, it became just a train through the zones for the cosmetics, and then you realize, like, if I swiped my card, this cosmetic looks a lot better than anything I can get in the game, so why am I joining the train? Oh, well, you can get the more cosmetics for bragging rights, but what bragging rights is there if the gear looks like shit and what you can buy in the cash shop just overshadows it? You know, like, look at his gear. His gear is something that people will go ahead and strive for. They look at it and they're like, man, I want that. You know, me as a lowly little player, that shit looks cool. You know, what is it? I want it. Makes me go out and want to experience more of the game, makes me want to explore, see what and all I can do. And then once I hit that point where I get the paywall and I have to sub, then I'll go ahead and swipe. Like, as you see right now, I'm playing completely free to play, doing my little Iron Man challenge. Once I hit that wall, I'll go ahead and sub for it, or, you know, I'll do the bonding, whichever one. Like, right now, my main account is halfway to getting a bond, but I'm gonna try to put it into some type of progression to make more money so I don't have to scrape together the money for a bond or anything. I could just, okay, let's go do this, and got the money, go ahead, flip it, got a month worth of sub, and I can just move on. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but it's, you know, everyone's goal whenever you go into a game that you can pay for the sub using the in-game currency. You always want to strive to get yourself self-sufficient so you don't have to actually swipe your card, because in these day and ages, like, money is not just, you know, thrown around. I'm not gonna be throwing $40 into a sub. I want the shit to matter. I think that's really my big kick this week. Things that matter. Progression that actually means something. Moving on to the next rock. I'll leave you to do your own thing, kind sir. Actually, no, my rock's back. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do much. But yeah, more definitely check it out. You know, it's not even like 10 gigs, 5 gigs, 4 fucking gigs. Like, I want to say it's less than a gig. You know, chump change in terms of storage real estate. It's free to play. And it's something that you can play on the side of Bitcraft at the same time and not have to really worry about the computer overheating or not enough video RAM. Like, I'll do this in Bitcraft at the same time, like I was doing last night. You know, I'm trying to get my research together and just getting my account ready for today. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but trying to run around and then interact with an NPC every so often is not as fun as being able to interact and do everything that you need to be done right then and there. So I needed to unlock this whole entire area, did the quest, which was really fucking easy. Threw on my armor, pickaxed the pillars, and called it a day. 25 mining. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and fix my cam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right there. There, now you guys can actually see the little things that pop up. I'm still getting into the swing of streaming RuneScape. It's not the same as like Black Desert or Eve Online, where you have to cover your mini map, you have to cover your chat. You can't show certain things. You have to be careful to mute the music, the sound effects. Back in the simple days. But yeah, the best argument that I've heard about the whole reason why people are preferring to jump into the older games like RuneScape is because of the fact that, like, the progression, literally the progression, the lack of value. There's no passion in these newer MMOs. Like, no passion. And every new MMO, they don't just add on to the fun. They they try to add on something while diminishing the value of something else in the game. So it's like how, yeah, sure, we had the Kazarad accessories and everything added into Black Desert, but now it devalued all the other ones. You know, like the weapons or any of the gear, anything in the game, to be honest with you. Look at harpoon fishing. I'll always harp about harpoon fishing. Like, monstrously devalued because the newer content that was introduced in the game. RuneScape and a lot of other games like Eve, they don't add something and remove the need to go out for, I guess, something better. Like, look at Eve. I'm still going out there and getting my titanium. Shittiest material, but I kind of need it for almost every crafting recipe there. Come on. Come on. And I'm really finding it hilarious that most of the games that are now starting to become a lot more popular are not popular because, like, they have their 4K graphics or their extra combat and blah blah blah. They're literally getting popular because of the depth and variety of actions that you're able to do. Come on, how am I not getting lucky? Like, literally all I need is a hammer. Like, that's my real goal. Everything else is just extra. Come on, get swifty. I might have to actually break those down to open them and find out. I think that's how you do it. You gotta break down the quartz, and you might have a chance of getting the hammer, or you might get a chance of getting one of the other things. And then during the actual mining or fishing, you get the other item, I think. Like the museum objects. Let's go try. Let us find out. It's been 2 years since I've done this. It's not that long, but it's still pretty not recent for me. Let's find out. Come on, come on. Give me something good. We're getting shards on shards on shards, but not the actual thing that I'm looking for. Smithing level 15. Oh yeah. We're power leveling now. Wait, before I fuel. Go ahead, break that one last one down. And fuel it. See, 235. Nothing for a bonus yet. Nothing yet. No hammer, just shards. Back to mining we go. The life of a miner. And I think I'll only be doing this on repeat over there at the Motherlode mine. Like, just in case I thought, oh, well, I only have to do this mining little camping out here one time in my playthrough. Oh, that's all I'm going to be doing. I just don't want that hammer. I want the better hammer I can use with my pickaxe and open up that one extra slot. My main focus of the whole day today. I guess my whole night. And I swear, if I'm gonna have to stay here all night just to get my hammer, one, I'm gonna cry about it on the community tab. Two, I'm gonna cry about it when I go live again tomorrow. And then three, I'm probably gonna cry about it again when I jump into Runescape. Like, at this point, like, goddamn. That grind. I like your gear, homie. It is very cool to look at, my G. I'll get there one day. Depending on the gear. Because I'm a little pussy when it comes to actual, like, combat and getting my hands dirty or risking my life. Your boy's not a hero. What's up, D? How you doing? Welcome back, my man. We're out here doing some RuneScape. Oh, shit, you downloading? Hell yeah. Well, luckily for you, if you're a free-to-play player, if you're playing on the most populated world, I think it's like 301. Yeah, 301 up here at the top. You might run into me. Although I won't be able to trade anything with you because I'm on an Ironman account and all of my progress is tied into only my action. But, you know, I'll get to say hi. How you doing? I won't get to interact with any of your monsters or anything like. It's literally just your own progress with this whole thing. So I get to see you, talk to you, interact with you in a kind of limited fashion, but it's mainly every input is my own or has to be my own. Now you're processing on BDO. Oh, I am doing the same thing. Let me take a look at my my pro having to sit there and play with it. I think we lost connection there for a second. Check. Okay, I'm not going to check Black Desert anymore. The cutoff, it seems to be either I play RuneScape and I have BDO minimized while I'm streaming, or I have up BDO, Bitcraft, and RuneScape with no OBS. It's just not liking it. I learned my lesson. We're not going to do that shit again. If I'm not chopping the wood, I guess your boy does not have wood this weekend. Throw me a Viagra. Your boy's limping it. Which is fine. I can always process down things later tonight. I just wasn't expecting it to just drop everything as soon as I brought up the game. On Barronite Mine. Do me wonders. I just want to fill out my collection log. Oh, I can't get the hammer. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Wait, can I get the broken hammer at least? And wait to make it? Okay. Huh. Um, about to find out. Can I at least get it without, like, I don't have to be able to equip it. I just want to be able to get the item. Let's see. The broken one. That's the one that I need. Or the one that I'm going for. I'm just hoping that I can acquire it as a non-member and have it waiting there. You know what I mean? Hmm. It does not say. It says the actual hammer, but the broken hammer, guess we'll find out. Yeah, I loaded up my game, my Black Desert, to check out my processing, and it kind of dropped all of my Wi-Fi. Like briefly there, which was a little annoying, but hey, I'm here. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this broken hammer. Like, even if I'm not a member, I'm not seeing anything saying I can't. Let's see. When in doubt, ask. Yes, you can obtain it while a free player. You just cannot use it as a free player. Or I can't repair it. So I can go and get the broken one, but I cannot repair it, which is fine. I don't. Yeah, you probably should. I mean, it's all interchangeable, so I can easily jump into that world, or you can jump into mine at a moment's notice and not really bat an eye. Which is why I enjoy this game too, because I'm not limited to just a handful of regions or a one region with a handful of servers to deal with the normal riffraff in whatever continent you're on. If you want to deal with the Americans, you can jump over to the Americans. If you only want to deal with the Brits, you can jump over to one of their servers, or like Central America. There's plenty of regions for you, and it's not just region locked. You're tied to your one server, and that's it, man. But yeah, more. I suggest starting out on a normal account, don't even try doing the whole... Yeah, it does. Your ping will come in handy to a point when it comes to like your PVM, your PvP, if that's something that you eventually do, maybe kind of sort of in the future, but your ping will come in hand, like does play an important part for some things like your combat, but for things like this, not really. Hey, drunken dwarf, what are you gonna give me? All right, thank you. Yuck, PvP. Hey. Don't just throw any type of part of this game out the window, okay? It's not like how in Black Desert where you have a clear divide and the whole pie chart that I was explaining earlier in my Black Desert stream, you know, you have your PVM, your PvP, and then your skilling. They're more interconnected in this game, so you'll be experiencing your PvP or going into the PvP zones to do your normal PvE or say a quest over there, or even some of the best skilling methods are done over there in the PvP area. To give you an idea more, yeah, right here. Okay, so to give you an idea, all of this here, that is all safe zone. Safe zone, safe zone. I'm not sure about over here. I'm pretty sure that's safe zone. And then you got the wilderness. That is where all of your PvP will happen, right here. There's also, like I said, skilling methods and stuff that you can go ahead and do out here. So it's not just, oh, well, I'm only going over here for PvP. Like, you will be going over here for a lot of things. Like, a lot of things that you don't really think would be a reason to head over here. Like, your lock pick, or your pick pocketing, I guess thieving. I think there's an agility course over here that can make you a lot of money. It's not just, oh, well, I gotta go join the arena and my gameplay is condensed to just that arena play. Like, if you look at World of Warcraft, your arena gear, the titles and everything really don't matter on the outside of the arena. Outside of PvP, that shit is meaningless. Like, your arena season 6 gear is not going to matter when you're going up against fucking whatever the current raid boss is. Like, it's not going to matter. Whereas in this one, all of your gear progression matters in some way, shape, or form. You will be going out to every single piece of the map in some way, shape, and or form. And yeah, it is a very, very sizable map. A very, very sizable map. To give you an idea, D, of where exactly I am currently, yeah, I'm right here. Whoops. But yeah, that's where I am. And majority of that can be done for free. Like, granted, you won't be able to do a lot of the fun, cool 75% of the activities that really make RuneScape what RuneScape really is, but you get enough of the idea to where you're like, yeah, okay, I do want to sub. I do want to bond, instead of, wow, they're really making me, fuck this game, fuck that money, I don't want to do they really put you in the position of like hooking you like a goddamn heroin addict. Hey man, you wanna hit? Yeah, come on, let's go to this party. It'll be great. You'll be singing and dancing, and then next thing you know, you're in a trailer park with 5 other dudes laying next to you, like tweaked out of their ass with your underwear on top of your head, sitting there talking about, I'm a lawn ornament. And yeah, there's also that too. You know, the valuation of the sub compared to a lot of the other games coming out. Give me my 20-year-old game any day. I mean, shit. Even looking at Lord of the Rings Online's subscription, like, is still a lot better than even just the value pack over there on video. Or even the sub on EVE Online is a lot better than paying for the BDO. Which is why I'd rather free to play over there on BDO, and I'd rather pay to sub over here. You know, I get more enjoyment. I get more bang for my buck. Or, I guess in terms of RuneScape, I get 300% bang for the pennies that I give. Just point and click, my man. Point and click. Right click to open up the menu and just point and click. I mean, obviously you got your little scroll wheel, but it's mainly, you can play it with one hand. Live skilling is such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. Which is why I was mainly, I have a main account. Like, I do. I just want my life skills and everything to really matter to me, you know? Like, really, really matter to me. So, like, I'm out here, I'm trying for my hammer, and that will make a difference for my gameplay. It'll progress me in other ways than just a skin or a one-time use thing that maybe you'll only have use for one aspect of the game. Like, say, your compass trying to figure out where to go in the desert, or Margoria. It's a meaningful grind. Yeah, exactly. It's a meaningful grind. And it's a lot more meaningful on an Ironman opposed to my normal account. You know, I've already done this. This is just like round 3 for me. I think I failed one Ironman, hardcore Ironman account or attempt trying to figure out like what null it was. And now I have this character. I'm ready. I'm good to go. We're on day 3, technically day 4. And I want to get some progress done like my main account to really say like, yeah, I did that. You know, getting a dragon pickaxe on my main account is pretty much going to the Grand Exchange, buying it, and there goes my progression, boys. Opposed to having to legit go out, kill, maim, pillage, and or craft up your own dragon. That has a lot more meaning. Like, I'll use my main account to figure out progress, to, you know, figure out the bossing and all of that. Just this one is more of a Care Bear. Give me my helmet, put my hello, my name is sticker on. Your boy's going in special fucking needs and really scared of everything. Like, that cow almost whooped my ass. Like, do you know what it's like to get punched once by a highwayman and your health goes from like 100% all the way down to like 25? Fuck that shit. I am scared for my life. I am not ready to jump out there in the wilds trying to take on everything and their mom. You know, if it was me and a bear stuck in the woods, I'm pretty sure that fucking bear would face tank me, take my gear, and then flip that shit on me. Nah. Like, I know better. I know my capabilities in the game. Like, I still gotta learn. Like, to be honest, my highest skill over there on my main account is probably 72, and that's mining. Not combat. Not going out there getting my hands dirty. Nah, your boy is over there playing in the rocks, talking about, I know the game. I'm a high skiller. Like, bro, you dabbled in rocks and nothing else. Like, I can guarantee you, if I was to go log into my character right now, where would I be? Playing in fucking rocks. You can change that. You can change that. Hold on. You can wait, are you using the old client or the Runelite that they give you the option of running when you started the game? See if there's an option. Where are my little option thingies? Oh, camera zoom. Resizable. Right here. Oh, whoops. My bad, my bad. No, what I mean is, are you using the Runelite plugin, like the Runelite option, not the region or anything like that? But what I mean is, if you're using Runelite, you can get a plugin by heading over to this little option here, hitting the plugin hub, and you can find one called Screen Stretcher or Stretch Mode or whatever. Basically, what that does is you can go ahead and scale everything. Well, in the option when you load it, you should be. Let me bring up the launcher real fast to go ahead and see. Hold on, let me go ahead and cancel that out. I remember how to fucking do this. Give me 1 second, all right? I have to actually close it out. All right, so when you load up the game, it should be game client. It should give you the official client or the Runelite. If not, you should download Runelite and play the game through there because it'll give you all of those cool little options. Well, definitely load up your Runelite. It's a small little install. It's just the same thing, only running the game through it. But that'll give you all of the plugins and everything that you'll need to go ahead and set up your game to work out better for you. Like if the scaling is too small, you can go ahead and rescale it. If the animations is not smooth enough, you can add a plugin for that. This world is busy. Unfortunately, there's not a plugin for that. But if the game even looks, a little bit too old for you, here, let me just log in here. But even if the game looks a little bit too old for you, it's still like, there's a plugin for that. Yeah, see, look, if the game's not looking new enough for you, there's a plugin for that. I mean, it's not going to look like, 4K, BDO, remastered on steroids type of level of graphics, but it's still a lot better than just, the whole dulled colors and stuff. Like I said, you'd have to look at the plugins in order to sit there and figure out if you're going to be able to. I just know what I know, all right, D? All right. I just know the options. I don't know the capabilities. Oh, my inventory's full. Oh, yeah, I know. I just don't really try to play on this when I'm kind of doing the OBS and all. It tends to really run my video card ragged, and I have to preserve that motherfucker so it doesn't die before I can get it replaced. Which I'm trying to get it replaced next month. This month coming up. Yeah, you got chill. I lit a fucking stress candle all goddamn day to get all the bad black desert juju out of the room. Like, you got that bad. I'm sorry, I'm just a little salty about the fucking fishing rod and the fact that they did not give us the whole map update in one go. They're gonna roll it out in waves. Gonna drip feed more content, trying to prolong the inevitable. Mining away. We're just mining away. We're gonna exchange. And how much would it be to exchange for anything? I mean, I'd prefer to be able to get the hammer, the actual broken hammer, and not have to unlock it myself. But let's just see. Let us see. Where do I exchange? You know, you're not helping me. You're not helping me, kind sir and or madam. You're only... Oh, I guess I can't. I guess I have to actually get the shit. Okay, I'm not going to study you. Let's go put our food and our alcohol given to us by a random dwarf that teleported in, and let's continue mining. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way. Wasting my energy over here. Yeah, see, like, this shit will run my computer ragged, which is why I don't do it while doing the OBS and having our Black Desert up in the background. But, like I said, there's the option to play it like that if you choose to. Run, you fool. Let's fuel and head back out. Check it. 913 Barronite shards so far. And I'll need 1 to 2k for a buff. And obviously I'm going to go for the mining buff because that's the one I'm currently kind of going for. I'll eventually have to come back out here anyway for the museum collection. My main focus is just trying to get the hammer out of the way. Maybe even like some of the Barronite hammer parts or the mace parts. The guard is going to come from the golems, and I don't have the necessary setup to go ahead and handle them. I do know that off the top of my head from doing my main grind. But yeah, like I said, my main account, I'm way further. So much further. I done this while I was on my mobile. Cooking dinner, just tap. Tap. Run off. Start smithing everything down. Come back. Tap. Tap. Something's going on in Black Desert. Look down. Tap, tap, tap. Continue playing. Look down. Tap, tap. Like, why are you just standing there? More Barronite shards. All right, moving on to the next one. Come on, Broken Hammer. Show me that there is a fucking Guthix. Let's go. Come on. I think last night, as soon as I unlocked the area, I could only do the fishing. I did 2 guppies and got my maced handle. Like, damn, you couldn't give me that for actually mining. I mined 2 rocks to test out if I was able to smith down the actual rocks and found out I couldn't, which is, I ran all the way over there to the starting area and did my mining over there, smithed down everything, sold the... I started out with the pickaxes, or the normal axes, and then started selling the warhammers, and finally just started selling everything and anything that I could smith up. I was like, ooh, the vendors are offering me some decent gold for this. I'm going to have to go for it. And in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, if I would have put or if I wasn't on an Ironman and I put that all in the GE, like I probably could have made more money on the the bronze bars than just vendoring all of that loot. Come on, come on. Take your steel fucking pickaxe and do the job correctly. I need to get a mithril. I need to get a mithril pickaxe. That's what I need to do. Me grab my money and then we're gonna head over to the mine on the other side of this mountain. Because this whole steel shit, it's unbearable. I can't handle it. No, no, no. Not today. We'll pull out. We'll try 5. Not sure how much a mithril pick is gonna run me. Especially because the last time I bought anything, it was from the GE, and I didn't have to go out and either manually get it myself and or try to murder something to have it maybe kind of drop. And if that's going to be the case, I don't even know who I'm going to murder to try to get one. Like I said, we're just going around the mountain. Right here. Nowhere too far. Kind dwarves, I've come for a pickaxe. I think it's over there. Dwarvy dwarves, you guys are amazing. Actually, no, I think it's right here. Or, no, not you. Not you. Damn, did I miss it? I think I did. No. Who is selling me your shit? Is it you, Hura? I think it's you. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, so it's not you. There's someone in here. I always struggle trying to find the right person right here. There you are. I always struggle so fucking much. You do not have anything? Are you kidding me? Oh, you're okay. There you go. Hey, kind sir. How much are you? 1K? Yeah, we'll buy you. Oh, I need attack 20. Oh, you got me good. You got me good. I guess we're going back and using our steel pickaxe until I get the attack up. Oh man, I totally forgot about that. I'm so used to other games to where like you get the item or you can afford the item and just because you have the skill, you should be able to do it, but I did not take into account the strength needed to actually hold the pickaxe. Awkward as fuck. I'm gonna be killing more cows again. No, I think I'd go to the stronghold. It happens more time in this game than anything. It'll happen way more times than you ever care to admit or realize. It's like I said, you come from a game where you don't really have to worry about anything other than that one skill in order to wear something. Like you don't really worry about your strength or your stamina or anything when it comes to gathering or crafting in almost every game. So I wasn't under the impression like, oh, the strength is for combat. Yeah, everything is automatic in a new game, and this is not following the rules of a newer game. So with that logic, it's like I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down and stop trying to rush the progress, especially because I'm on an Ironman account. Like a lot of the things that you'll take for granted being able to buy, I have to go out and do some mundane, menial fucking task just to be able to get it. Which I appreciate a lot more, to be honest with you. I'd rather do that long and drawn out menial task that makes me really contemplate about my life than swiping for it and not really having that connection to it. That's just me personally, though. I was gonna try to wield it. Man, put you there. Whoops. Stop and deposit. Oh, but at least I have the mithril now. Once I get the strength, I can go ahead and throw that on. I guess I'm gonna have to do when I get off the stream. I'll probably sit over there at the chickens or something and just tap and tap and just tap. All right, boys, rocks are back on the menu. And I'll get the fucking hammer now. The first mining attempt. It's like, oh, there goes your broken hammer. Go ahead, struggle with that. Having so much trouble with that pickaxe. Look at me. Woe is me and fuck me running sideways. I did not account for that. But it's all right. We're still here, though. We're going strong. Is there anyone else here? Nobody? Oh, you're here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. You looking very interesting. Can't zoom out all the way over there for you, but you know, here, I'll do one better. I want to come over there with you. I want to look at what you look like. Aren't you a basket of sunshine, Mr. Purple? You're looking a little violet over there. What's your little spider friends? Looking all purple with the white boots. I love the old school fashion. That I'm wearing a giant set of pauldrons type of classic World of Warcraft feel. Shoulder guards the size of a minivan in a bikini. And they're all different colors. It'll be like a neon orange bikini with like army camo set of pauldrons and a polka dotted cape that is green and red. And that's the best in slot. Like not the set slot, like not a set piece or anything. It's just it happens to have the best stats or anything for those that are trying to min-max, and you look like a complete fucking fool the whole time. But you know what? You're hitting like a goddamn truck. You know, you're pulling numbers straight out of a fucking fax machine and shit like that. But you look like a complete clown got dressed up in a complete darkness, drunk and high off some shit. Like deadass. Like you look at the old screenshots of World of Warcraft. Look at all the old screenshots of like EverQuest and mainly games around those eras, and the gear did not look like something that you would swipe for. The gear was not something that you would run a runway fashion show for. It was not something that you'd want to see your main character in the movies like wearing. It was something like it was a complete fucking joke. I looked like a goddamn Power Ranger mixed with a tin can sprayed with some spray paint. Like not even the full effect. And that was like the best that we had, the best that we did, and that was like, hell yeah, man. So I get annoyed with the costumes over there at Black Desert. Like, if you have bad gear or the gear was like really bad, you own that shit. That was you. Now you can swipe for like a can of paint. Like, sorry, but just because you put perfume on a piece of shit does not change the fact that it's a piece of shit. You can throw on a costume, but you will not have the same skill as the dude with the standing next to you with more skill and no costume. If anything, the costume is to sit there and have players not feel bad for you. Oh, look at him. He can only afford his Tuvala. Oh, man. No, you throw on a new coat of paint and now everyone's smelling like poo poo, looks all special, but still everyone smells like the same pile of shit. That's why I don't try to tell anyone like the best in slot worker nodes and all that setup because of how much money I put into it. And like I can try to convince you like, oh yeah, you can do this and you can do that, but how much lies until you realize like this dude is talking a whole pile of shit. I have to put how much money into it just to get the what? You have like 12 workers over there. I can only get like 5 free? Even after renting the nodes and everything, like, something's not adding up. Oh, hey, at least you tried it. Yeah, at least you tried it. It's not for everyone. Curious on how big that resize can go. I haven't sat there and tried it out. As you've seen, I was like struggling with that shit. Where are you? Right here. I wonder how much it'll go for. Well, that's big. I'm seeing what all the options do. Ooh, not that high. I wanted to see if there was a 200 size. Apparently not. Yeah, mid 30s. Yeah, it could be the display size of the actual screen because it's not like your newer games where it automatically readjusts. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. Like if I thought it was bad now, or if I didn't think it was bad now, yeah, it'll only get worse. Like it'll only get worse after that. Hey, we're level 28 on our mining and still can't use a mithril pickaxe. Fuck yeah, doggy, that's some good cake. We're making good progress today, boys. Like I said, I'll fix that. I'll correct it. I'll correct it. We'll go do like combat skilling probably tomorrow. Yeah, we'll save all the juicy content for actual streaming, and we'll save majority of all of the boring grinds like this here for when we want a more chill day. Yeah, you have to actually go into the settings and tweak them around, especially for the older ones. Like anything prior to say like probably 2008, probably 2010, they started transitioning over to where like everything will automatically adjust to your video or it'll change your video. This game and a lot of other games like Lord of the Rings Online, you know, they do a bad job on the rescaling and everything because there wasn't that size of screen back then, you know. So they're getting better with it. I know Lord of the Rings is doing a little bit more to be able to resize their UI and all. It's just your older games, yeah, their their UIs were really made for the older SRTs and not these big ass flat screens and projectors that we're running on. Like fuck. Technically, I can usually play my game on 3 screens. Oh yeah. And they're less optimized. The newer games, I mean. They allow you to go ahead and do shit like that, like use the 3 screen resolution and everything, but they're poorly fucking optimized. Where you got older games that are optimized, but their UI and shit is just not made for the time. Yeah, I think the only ones that I really have dealt with personally is Lord of the Rings Online and this. I used to play BDO on the 3 screens. The resolution kind of it just ruined it for me not being able to put the UI things in certain places where you kind of expected it to be. Like if it was truly SLI able or whatever the new term is, like it'd be one thing. But it was kind of like how Arc, if you tried to do the triple screen, it just tried to enhance the UI in places that did not make sense. Oh yeah, and the FOV being skewed on either side to compensate for it because it's not really made for it. But Battlefield, Call of Duty, World of War tanks, World of War ships, oh fucking chef's kiss on triple screen setup. Oh man. I think the best optimization of the triple screen has to be either Eve Online. Eve comes in second. World of War tanks, World of War tanks, World of Warships, and just all of the World of like franchise, like those ones. Those adopt your triple screen and even change your field of view on your mini map and everything. Like they go ahead and play into it hand in hand. I have accounts on all of them. I have for World of War tanks, I think I was on a T9. I think I just got my Tiger. I have my Panzer Mark IV. I have the whatever the artillery one was, the Sturm something. Or no, not the Sturm, something. But I have that. World of Warships again on the German path. You know, I got some of the really good event ships that they had earlier on, like the anime one and all of that. I haven't played in like probably 9 years, but I was pretty up there with it. Hell yeah. All right, Mort. Enjoy your night, my man. Rest your eyes. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Let me load up my Discord and check that out. Like that's one game that I will go ahead and turn on my SLI just to be able to play with the triple screen because you get so much benefit from it. So much benefit. Do 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 do. Almost there with the full inventory. Then we can go smelt it down and see just what we're gonna be able to find. I do have to jump back into Eve one of these days. Like I jumped in briefly to check out what and all is going on, see just the population and everything, and make sure that my office can go ahead and pay, or my corporation can pay its office. But without that sub, like you are really limited. My Squall, I can't transport anything in it. My oh, not my Hulk, but the one for it is just chilling there. My Retriever is just chilling there. My God, everything is just chilling there, just severely, severely limited. And all I got is my Venture. My Venture, my Atron, my Tristan. And don't underestimate the Tristan though. Like I am able to rat with it. Oh yeah, 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 exactly. You would know though. You would exactly know just how limiting it can be if you have done all this. You have your account set up a certain way that relies on the subscription. It's like the whole reason why I subbed back to my main account on here. Like there's so much that I can do and have fun with and everything that I was doing currently. Yeah, all for AFK mining. That's basically what I have my retriever set up for. Like my retriever is a drone mining retriever. I had one, or I had two accounts. I was slowly scaling up my second account to go ahead and do my multi-boxing and shit like that. Like I was starting to venture into it. It's just you kind of need the actual capital to get it started, or at least have, you know, your account and everything in a good place to go ahead and get it started later on, like with your in-game currency. Just waking up like, yeah, that's something I want to do is not going to be possible if you're not willing to pay or pay. Let's be real. A lot of your shit that you do with your multi-boxing, you have to have that main account with your sub skills and all this shit for like a year or two. Yeah, and I think it's like what, 2 years that you have to have your AFK skilling just to be able to have the leadership skills to be able to really run your mining fleet at least 25%. And we're not even talking about all the cool things, the cool little upgrades. We're just talking about your little mining boost and maybe the processing there. We're not talking about being able to fly, you know, an orca or being able to fly this or fly that. We're just talking about the skills to be able to do it. And just to do it. I'm not talking about, you know, skilling up into it and tearing up and all. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like I'm at that point where like if I put the money in, I can sit there and I can get the, you know, at least half of the money needed for Replex for the month, at least for me, just doing a little casual AFK mining on one screen while putting more time and focus into, you know, Black Desert. So like I know like it will pay. It's just you have to really, really just be set up for it. Like literally just be set up for it. Played about 3 years like that, just off mining. Yeah. Like once you get it set up, you're good to go. You can go ahead and finance everything while also still having your AFK mining fleet in the background with your main running around doing your little explorating, researching or whatever the fuck that you decide to do. Like the one character that I'm getting set up now is just going to be the leader of the fleet, because I might as well put in my main for the actual mining and then have her skilled up just for flying like the orca or whatever to be able to process everything down without me having to fly out. And then I can go ahead and start getting her skilled up for the drones and getting them mining and blah blah blah, so that she could be passively mining with her drones while I'm just mining with my Hulk or my Retriever or whatever the fuck. But yeah, and then I'm also having one major issue with Eve. Like you have to join a real big corporation out there in solve space to really get any enjoyment from mining. And that's what I want to do. I want to be I want to role play as a mining fleet without having to join this big corporation or having like, or just enjoyment though. Just enjoyment. You're not going to be able to really make as much money out there in high sec or even in some areas of low sec because the market. You want to be able to make money like that and have your resources actually matter. You're going to have to go to soft space, and you're not just going to be walking in there all willy-nilly just, oh hey guys, can I mine here for a couple hours and sell you back the resources? No, like I live in zero, or yeah, point 0.2 space. I had to think about where exactly I was living at. Like it gets rough over there, but it still does not make me as much money as, say, heading out to soft space. I decided to set up my base of operation over there in Palel. Palel over in the Galante space, just right before you start getting over into Sov. I'm like 2 jumps away. Maybe 3. No, I just moved from Palal over to an area that has better resource refining. I forgot which one it is. It starts with an S. I just know it's on the way over there to the Galante hub. Yeah, I usually do like an hour or two of the AFK mining over in high sec or kind of mid sec, just trying to get the materials that'll go ahead and spawn over there. And then because Palal and Austingar, something like that. If you know where I'm referring to over there in Galante space, like it'll make a little bit more sense. But you know, over there they normally get the rare material spawning, and I'll go ahead and mine over there when I have the actual sub. The mining lasers, they really make it worth mining those materials for. Just going a free to play with a venture, I'm used to making the what 300K per. I don't want to go by hour because I have to still take into the fact of mining it, then condensing it or compressing it, and then transporting it out to the hub and getting it all sorted from there. And or if I really want to make myself a little bit more money, depending on if I can find the refinery, you know, refine it down, throw it into another transport and trade it down, like, or transport out like that. So I don't really want to take into account the hours, but normally a mining session I can make, you know, my 330K for the rare materials and shit. And on a venture, it's like I'm barely pushing 10 mil. I'm barely, or not 10 mil, 10K. I guess 330 mil, and I'm barely pushing 10 mil because I know on a venture, I think the most you can do as a free to play player in normal areas is like 10. And yeah, it's like brutal. Like really, it's still brutal. The power creep just makes it even worse. That's why I haven't really jumped back into it. You know, prices are doubling, tripling, and no one's fighting wars. No one wants to die. No one wants to lose their ship and have to get more materials and stuff. So now it's like you're not really making the money on the mining. And the money is fucking brutal to get as a solo miner that isn't in a corporation sob space that can go ahead and give their players a mining vessel like whenever they get blown up. Fully kitted, I might add. You know, if you're able to PvP because you got supply. Hey, I still enjoy PvP. That's why I said don't just ignore the Tristan, bro. Like that little bugger right there, that's a little mosquito. You put the speed up, the velocity, and because you're so fucking tiny, another player, if they're in a bigger ship, has so much trouble trying to hit you. Yeah. You know, put on your jammer on. I got a slow, I think it's a webbing, a jammer, and I basically just fly around hitting you with my little pea shooter cannon, and I have my drones mainly doing all of the work. Yeah, just a smaller, less, I guess, intimidating version of the Imperial Vexor. The Navy Vexor, that's what I go for. Fucking 300 mil loss in 5 minutes. In 5 fucking minutes, I lost 300 mil. I thought, you know, I was like an expert at the game now. I was able to go ahead and undock, and I played the game for like 2 years. That makes me a fucking pro, right? I'm not a noob. I can afford a Navy Vexor. And I got the skills to go ahead and actually put it to use, and I can gear it. And in my attempt to go ahead and follow a video that I'd seen on YouTube about ratting and making money and all this dumb shit, I thought that I can go ahead and rat in my home station, in my home system now that I guess it was my home after the fact, but you know, the whole reason why I'm over there is because like the PTSD that it instilled into me. I don't know why I decided to home there after dying there, but you know, I undocked, got everything ready, got onto the belt, and as soon as my drones came out, dude popped out of fucking nowhere, webbed me, and his friend came out and just straight took the kill. Just straight murked me. Yeah, they're I don't know. Like I don't want to hate them, but I don't want to say that they're in a good place to sit there and say like, yeah, they're doing a good job. They have potential to go ahead and keep it going. It's just the lack of wars being fought does not really help you out when you're trying to sell materials for ships being made to help fight wars, or ammunition, the parts and things to kit out your ships that you're losing if you're not losing them or fighting the wars or using the ammunition. Like, faction wars is one thing, it's just we really, really need a war. Like, we need a war. We need, like, something going on to drive all of that money out of, like, just sitting in sob space waiting and oh, well, you're gonna wage war on me. Well, I got 20 grand worth of shit sitting there. What do you got? Oh, I got 30 grand. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and get 40 grand over there. Now what? Okay, what does that mean if you're not willing to blow them up? Like, fight these wars, lose the money, give me a reason to go out there and mine my shit to help pay for your fucking weird Eve genocides. Like, come on. Come on. You have the ability, like, player mentality though. And I don't even know if there's anything Eve can do about it because of that whole player mentality. It's a player's doing, like, it's not Eve's doing. It's not CCP Games that are sitting there telling the players, look, that's 100 grand worth of assets if you go ahead and wage this war. I don't think you should do this. Oh, burn the shit. Burn the shit down. That's why I have a hard relationship with the game. It's fun. It's immersive. There's so much to do. It's just, there's nothing. If you're a solo lower player without these wars, you are going to struggle. Like, even with paying for my sub, unless I multi-box and pay for more subs, I'm still going to be struggling as a solo player. Even if I have 12 years in the game. Yeah, they are needed. Just the salvaging stories, going out there. Like, there was this one time back in 2011, I want to say, I got into my Tristan with the little salvaging things and would sit there and go through the battlefields and just salvage all of the wrecks that I could, hoping for like some spoils and shit. You know, without those wars, we don't even have that. Like, it's just sad. Like I said, I don't have the demand for, you know, the resources for this or for that because no one's willing to burn their stock. Yeah, I didn't care about losing ships. Like, that's the fun of it. The whole thrill of undocking and hoping to make your profits and shit. Just the power creep is so bad currently right now. Like, even as a new player just starting out with your little venture, you're not even able to make 1% of the sub or able to buy 90% of the items on the market because your titanium makes you shit, or the storage or the speed or the lasers are not able to make you more than blah 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 amount per hour, and you're still coming up short. Just straight coming up short. So I, you know, going ahead and subbing to Eve, you know, gives me the ability to use my retriever and come out with, you know, 10 mil here, 50 mil there, 20 mil here. Oh, yeah, those golden days. Those golden days are done and over with. And I noticed when I jumped back in earlier this week, a lot of the mining chat is gone. I jumped in and there was only 83 people in. 4 o'clock in the goddamn afternoon and only like 83 people in the mining chat. That shit used to be popping. I used to be in there typing all fucking day while out there mining. I'd go for the not Amber. They're the higher up ones. Let me see if I can look them up to give you an idea of what I was mining for in my little point 2 area. All right, over in Plalalalo. Um, trying to think. Damn. Yeah, I can't remember what material it was. I just know I needed the Tech 2 lasers for it. I remember the day or days when members went to main trading hub to revolt and were trying to shoot down their main. Yeah, like when everyone actually took it down and destroyed Yule. Like when they bugged it and yes, when the destruction of Yule. Oh man. Oh damn, Yule. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that over there near fucking Galante? I have a feeling I've been near there. I went into Yule for the ice mining winter festival thing that they had going on. And all I could do was sit there and stare at the little hub and like I remember that. I remember when they bugged the fucking guards and all that. And I wasn't able to do as much damage. Or they were able to repair through the damage, so the guards were basically not doing anything to them. They just capped it. Don't mess with the economy though. Don't mess with the actual like price of the stupid Plex. Wasn't that the they did something with the price of Plex or whatever the fuck it was, and it just started this whole massive revolt. Yeah. Yeah, because one guy, yeah, they raised the price and one guy figured out how to go ahead and bug his one ship to go ahead and constantly get repairs while the guards focused on him and everyone bombed the fucking hub because they were not getting war decked or anything in retaliation, but that one guy was because the guards were all focused on him. You can't make that shit up. You really can't make that up, and that's what that game need. They need more of events and situations like that to where it builds and shapes the economy, or it's like stagnant, and that's where it is right now. It's just stagnant. Everyone's waiting for shit to happen, and shit is waiting for people to go ahead and realize like you want it to happen. And you've seen how quickly that changed, though, right? Seen how quickly, whenever a player revolts in your game, how quickly they turn that shit around. Every time the players revolt in that game, they do it in the most funniest scorched earth manner possible to really get the devs like, it's just one thing if you have Ricky who's upset and he goes ahead and bugs this and bugs that, but then it's another thing if Ricky goes ahead and gets 40 other Rickies who gets 40 other Bobbies, and now they just Ricky Bobby the situation. You just got shake and baked. Like, they quickly changed it. Yeah, but we need more content like that. Not like developer made content, but player made content in order to really drive the economy in Eve, and it's not going anywhere right now. You hear mentions and whispers of wars, and then you see both sides backed out. One side didn't show up, the other side didn't lose anything. So, is it really a war? Like, why are you guys war decking each other and not fighting a war? Level 30. I think that's the more annoying part. Like, there's possibilities to make money in all of these situations, and everyone wants to be a keyboard warrior on fucking Reddit. The amount of propaganda that I see just from, I think, what is it, the Amar? Or is it the other guys? I forgot. Because I know one's really, really like religiously culty, and the other ones are like your poor repressed Amar. Yeah. Be more happy to spend more money on a game, and your example is PoE. You've been playing since you're farming Dominus. You spent hundreds and most likely thousands and would be paying for the new content skins. And yeah, if the game gives you enough content and the content is enjoyable, I don't mind paying the money. Like when Black Desert was actually putting passion into their work, I had no problem swiping for the costumes, the pets, being a pay to win whale. I had no problems with that. It's just you have to value the player's money in order for that money to be given to you. And if you're not willing to put the passion into your MMO, like say with a certain game here, you kind of devalue that player's money, which makes them feel like, they're worthless. And I don't know about you guys, but if I'm not wanted and I pretty much am made to feel worthless, or my money is not worth their time, then clearly I'm going to go find someone that would find, more interest in me and willing to take my money to give me back something worth my time. So I was explaining earlier, the whole, they like a modern game will go ahead and put an update in, and it'll kill or devalue another aspect of the game. It's never just like RuneScape where they add something that adds enjoyment, that doesn't devalue, it doesn't take the achievement away from something else in the game. Like they add sailing into the game. They're not limiting another skill. They're not tying this only into that and making it to where you have to go out and do this to do this, and then oh yeah, by the way, after doing all that, this new way goes ahead and overshadows all of it, so you're pretty much just sitting there holding an empty bag with no prize. So when Korean companies really shitting and they could do the pay to win a lot. They could do so much more with the pay to win. They could do so much more with the pay to win. Like, take, oh God, I don't know, as much as I would hate it, take Black Desert. Like, if they went ahead and fixed their game, put a little bit more passion into it, bro. Do you know how many people would go ahead and be willing to swipe for their costumes, the level of detail that are in the costumes? If they would fix this and fix that and put some passion into their project, people would go ahead and swipe so much. But people are turned off because you swipe and your progress is belittled. The money of, or the value of your money is now devalued in the activity because something else just came out that puts it to shame, and or it's a time limited cash shop item that you could have just put into the game without swiping. They could, they're a good example of what they could get away with if they were willing to put the time and effort into making the rest of the game shine. Like, let's be real. You increase the value of your harpoon fish and or update, rework it or something, and now people are more willing to go ahead and buy a costume. You add a harpooning costume in there, people will go ahead and buy it. The Azure Dragon during that would make money. Something that, you updated and changed in game, and then you can reap the rewards off of scummy monetization practices. But no, no, they're missing step A, jump into step B. And PoE is not the only game. Not even. Not even. I don't mind the stats on your gear and shit. I don't mind that. It's just you kind of have to make that part of the game where you're getting that stats actually fun and enjoyable. So it's not like I'm forced to have to go out and buy it, but I want to go out and buy it. You know, like your hedgehog. Technically, they're not forcing you to go out and get your hedgehog. But if you enjoy your gathering and you want to make more money from your gathering, you're inclined to go out and get your hedgehog or your llama. It's not like the tent, you know, or the buffs or anything of the such. Like, they should make the game fun for where you want to go ahead and put the money into it. Not so unbearable that you are forced to put the money into it. Give me a glowing rod that looks sick in the middle of the night. Just the pay to win abuse. Not even, bro. Not even. Like, they're going ahead and trying to add the glowing rod in the middle of the night that looks sick, and then telling you that you'd have to also pay to get the glow on the rod, even though you got the glowing rod. I don't know. Maybe if you went ahead and made whatever the activity you were doing with that glowing rod more enjoyable, I'd be like, oh shit, let me go ahead and get that item. Oh, I can get a glow? You know what? Let me go ahead and pay for the full package. Like the difference with the Kibboleth winged costume and the normal unwinged costume. You know, do you want to pay the extra 300 or the extra 200 for the wings? You know, pretty good detail. I'd have to admit, you know, the wings actually have their feather details, and each feather has their individual texture. It's not just a berserk, shy, collab, trash bag dress. It's more that they're focused on getting the pay instead of making the game great again. Exactly. People, modern MMOs are more focused on the pay and never about the passion. Whereas older games like RuneScape, they are more passionate about their game, and then the money is, you know, what's coming on the side. It's just sad. It's why I'm not really trying to jump into, you know, any newer game. Like, fucking collabs. Fuck that. No, I see more detail on the black and white manga illustration. Fuck out of here. Collab. I was a trash bag. I was a hefty bag thrown on my shy, painted purple. No, because the guts fucking collab wasn't badly textured. The guts costume did not look like you were wearing a hefty glad bag and a pointy hat. It looked like I was wearing some clothes from RuneScape in Black Desert. But the guts? Oh, you can count the fucking seams and the chain links, and you can tell where the rivet is, like, and which direction it was even screwed in, like. And then you look at the Sherika, or however you pronounce it, and realize, like, yo, is there any fucking texture here? Oh yeah, I am going the right direction. Am I reconnected? I just lost connection. Just lost it. Okay. Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, hopefully I'm back. That's getting annoying. You know, I'm still smithing. Luckily YouTube has not disconnected me, but That's fine. It's okay. That's why I don't really enjoy the whole Twitch limiting my bit or not allowing the higher bit rate. I guess limiting it. Let's go ahead and fuel it. Ooh. You're doing good. How many do we have? 1.1k in. No. Pairing fish. No. I might go for just the finding more Barronite. If it's going to be that unbearable trying to mine out the broken Imcando Hammer, then I'm just going to get the buff and try another long session like that. I don't think I'll have to. Okay, awesome, D. Yeah, I don't know why. I just dropped connection all at once. Like my OBS kind of struggled getting their the connection back and all, but hey, we back. I had to like manually stop the stream, restart it. It gave me a little issue there at the beginning, gave me a little hiccup, but speed bump avoided. We are still streaming and still out here mining our Barronite in hopes for our hammer. Hopefully, we get that hammer in a timely manner. Yeah, pick that rock. I was gonna say, why are you just standing there? It's like I told you to do the whole pickaxing and you stared at me in disbelief. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Who the fuck are you? No, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to play a quiz. Bye. It's a little humor like that, bro. The whole purpose of kicking rocks. Yeah, like that little interaction there, just a little humor. You know, you can't get that shit in Black Desert or any of the modern games. So like modern MMOs need to have that passion back. They really need to get that feel of wanting to make a community opposed to I want the biggest bag for as long as I possibly can, or the way to go ahead and milk them if I can't get that bag like day one. Just need that passion. You give that passion and yo, sign me up. I'll fucking pay. If it gives me the enjoyment that RuneScape gives me on a normal daily basis, I'll pay. I'll pay, and I'm not even gonna bat an eye. Exactly. Hook them and then pull. Plain and simple. Hook them and then make them have to come back scratch and talk about they need their next fix. You don't try to act like they're already hooked before you even gave them their first little dose. Like that's not how you be a drug addict or a drug dealer. Like, and if that's how you're trying to be, like, bro, I think you're gonna be losing out on a lot of money, a lot of money and a lot of product. Exactly, and you lose a lot of fish, not just like a small amount. Like, oh well, we'll retain more players that'll go ahead and pay for it more so than those who are not really interested in shit like that. Saying, like, ideally, you'd want to go ahead and offer them a huge, wide variety of things, and then like how with Eve. and RuneScape. You get to a certain point and then you lock everything off. Well, okay, hold on. Not the ability to do it, but all of the fun ways to do it. Like, yeah, you can still go out there and mine your tritanium and Eve Online in your little venture, or you can pay and mine your tritanium in a giant fucking ship using 20 different drones with a fleet of 6 other players that are all controlled by you if you pay. Or, you know, like with RuneScape, Herblore, agility. I can still run around. I can still collect the herbs. Can I use them? No. You know, but I still have the ability to go ahead and partake in some of the activities. But it really incentivizes you to go out and want to pay for it, you know? Big fish won't go for the small bait unless there are other fish around it. Exactly. Exactly. They're they're doing it okay-ish, but they could do it better. You know, they can do it so much better that you're not even going to realize that you're paying $50 for that Apple iPhone charger that is going to break in another week, and there's no other company that'll go ahead and sell you a sturdier one other than Apple, so you're more inclined to go ahead and pay that $40 even though you know a damn cord is only $10 at the most. Black Desert can do so much. They can do their scummy monetization a lot better, but they have to have that passion. They have to have the passion. As much as I don't want to admit it, like look at RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3, they went ahead, they had so much passion in the original game that they could get away with doing all of that scummy MXT, and people ate that shit up. And people ate it up and was able to go ahead and finance old school RuneScape and keep it pumping. And now that you have all the small fish jumping in, you know, checking it out, you have now the bigger fish that cannot get any of the smaller fish over at their little parts of the ocean because it was already fished out and completely dried out with like Blizzard or Amazon Studios, you know, shit like that. You know, bigger fish are coming in. Cha-ching. Now they have the financing from all these bigger streamers, you know, bonding, getting this alt with their sub, getting that alt with their sub, you know, paying 50 here, 40 there just for the subs and the bonds, not even swiping. And that's exactly what's going on. Exactly what's going on. Oh, streamers are starting to jump into our game and we're getting more and more popular. All right, let's cut the MXT. Let's cut it and let's give them a reason to go ahead and stay. And they're making a lot of money on just the bonds and the subs. It's the same thing that, like I said, I'm going to have to sub for 2 characters over here willingly. You can imagine the bigger streamers that, you know, they have this Iron Man for this challenge. They'll have to get this one for that challenge. $13. I make $4,000 a month. 13. All right, let's resub and make more content. Let's see if we can't push those numbers. So I said, Black Desert can do it better. They just need the passion. They put passion back in their project. Like, bro, people would swipe and not even bat an eye. Hell, people swipe at Eve Online, even though Eve Online is like losing so much fucking money. They have the passion, just not the drive for that money. Like, the money's great and all. It's just they don't have that greedy mentality and or that overly passionate desire. Like, they're just there. You know, it's their game. They're happy with it. You know, maybe they can do better, maybe not. You know, it's somewhat decent. It's not completely in the red, but it's not all the way in the green. Like, you're losing money, but you're not losing that much money, you know? Like, you're losing that much money for Prolibus to go ahead and start auctioning you off, but you're making enough money to go ahead and throw it into a new game that you're probably going to cancel later on in the year, or maybe a year and a half afterwards. I'm not saying anything about Dust. And see, it's not just Black Desert that I can talk bad about without really talking bad about. Yeah, they can go another 5 years. At this current moment in time, they can go another 5 without really having to close the doors and or thinking about restructuring or anything like that. You know, and in those 5 years, they can go ahead and turn around the quality to go ahead and earn more of the plex or something like that. You know, but let's be real, they're not gonna be going anywhere anytime soon, only because of the fact that they're one of the OGs. They're one of the only ones that are still here and the only MMOs that offer anything social community related. You know, most games are the best solo MMOs you'll ever play. It just so happens Eve happens to be the best MMO you'll never play. But still, the point is, like, they've been here for 20 something years now, 21, maybe 22. It's like Wizard 101. You know, baby game, right? Complete fucking kindergarten, child's play. I played that shit before, RuneScape type thing, and yet they're still going, they're still thriving, and you know, they're making money. There are people that are willing to go out of their way and, you know, support their company because you enjoy their product, even though their game is like a 20-year-old bad looking game that isn't 4K and has all of the capabilities and things that, you know, your cooler Black Desert has. And I do enjoy this little action figure, the Malister. Like, it was something that I had to have my wife get. I think it was her birthday or our anniversary or whatever, and it just went on the little whatever their thing is. You basically have so many that can be bought, and it only is open for so many. I can't remember what it's called, but you get all those little vinyls from it. I got a Leon Lush one on YouTube. Even BDO can just go with fixing the game right now graphically. They're great game. Exactly. That's why I was explaining earlier on my Black Desert stream, you know, all they really need to do is fix anything. I'm not when the one girl asked me like what would I change about it, like their monetization and all of that, I wouldn't change anything other than more passion in the work. Actually fix the game that you have. You don't have to do anything else. Everything else is like, you know, perfect. Yeah, I don't like the Pearl Shop and everything, but I still can't complain about the Pearl Shop. I may be too poor to go ahead and buy anything from the Pearl Shop, but at the end of the day, I really can't complain about it. There's some items here or there that are pretty scummy, and I would not, you know, personally buy, like the timed Kron's rod, but you know, you got your fences, you got your carriers, you have, you know, all those other things that, yeah, sucks to go ahead and spend money, but I bought them. I went out of my way to go ahead and pay for it. It's just you have to fix the gripes about the game. That's all. You know, not just a band-aid fix to where it looks like you had no care into the update that you're putting out. No, like, I mean, like, passion. Put some time and effort into it, and not just throw out the first thing that you can possibly get on the whiteboard and then go ahead and give us little interval updates to it later on, like the map update that came out. You know, instead of giving us one piece of the update, like put some time, passion, and effort into it and just give us the whole thing or wait for it. Wait for it and be like, hey guys, we have a new update that we're working out. Here's what it is, and then, you know, come out with it in a fully working state. Not iteration 5, wave number 9, and oh wait, we have to rework it. Hey, what's up, Law? Welcome back, man. How are you? We're out here doing our Runescape Ironman challenge, trying to see how long I'll live. We are on technically day 4, but streaming wise, we are on day 3. Yesterday I couldn't stream, so you know, technically that would have been day 4. I was able to get myself set up to do this mining out here. Been sick, hospital meds and stuff. Well, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better, and you know your day gets a whole lot better than what it has been, or your week, or whatever it is for you, man. I've just been chilling, playing Black Desert, Bitcraft Online, and jumping back into RuneScape. As much as I would love to do Ulukita, I know I'm not going to get my gear up to be able to do it, and to be honest with you, I'm running out of things other than the telescope to go out there for Ulukita for. You know, unfortunately, like, I have my flame for my boots. I have my Kabul artifacts. I have I think that's all you really need out there. And I have all the nodes out there. Take your time, Law. Take your time. You know, I'm just out here doing the same thing, same old, out there gathering, crafting, and I am not touching the central market to really make any money with my value pack now expiring. I'm not going to resub. After I left the partner program, I decided I'm not going to resub or do any of that. I'm just free to play. Free to play all day, and I'm not really going to worry about it. It's just $40 a month is way too much for the lack of care that the updates and just the quality of the game is in right now. It's like stagnant. I'm not saying it's dying. We are actually at one of the most populated points of the year in the last 2 years. And I think our average lowest that we've gone down to probably 500 less than what was on. Like, we get down to an average of 23.5k players only on Steam. You can imagine on the actual launcher, compared to earlier on in the year when we were only pulling anywhere from 9 to 13k on a good day. And that's like with EVE Online, you know, they're not dying either. They still have 19 to 23,000 players playing total, which is still pretty impressive for a old game like Wizard 101. You know, they just have a huge boom in population with it going to console, and they were even able to go ahead and afford the port over to console. So you know they're making the money, and people would like to go ahead and support them and shit like that. And I've seen their cash shop. I've been in their cash shop. I know what their cash shop is like, and I'm like telling my wife, no, you need to get that package right there. That package will give you more bang for your buck. No, go for that one because it has more items in there. You'll pay like $10 more, but go ahead and swipe for it. Go ahead, you need that. Like, you have older games that put more passion into it and make people want to pay them, not force the players to want to pay them, you know? Only get the perma stuff. Yeah, basically, but still, like, even with other games, there are some times where I'm like, no, No, I can actually justify going out and spending that, even though it's only going to be a consumable, or it's only for like one character, not a permanent thing. Like take Lord of the Rings Online. They have a toolkit that you can get for your crafting that only, you can only buy once for like a character or whatever. Or their skill unlock for the third vocation instead of having two or whatever. You can have more than one or four, I think it is. Either way, you can have one more vocation than what you normally can, but you can only unlock it with your real money on one character. Even with things like that, I can go ahead and be like, you know what? There's so much to do in the game. There's so much passion, and I can see that they're not just trying to get the bag. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll pay for it on this character. I'll pay for it on that character. And like I said, they originally with their game, you could only get like a certain, I think it was like a triangle, like a three vocations. And in the triangle, they were weird vocations that were paired up to one another, like weaponsmithing, blacksmithing, and scholaring or farming or whatever. Okay. Those two kind of go hand in hand, but I would need mining. Why do I have farming? Or like farming, mining, and lumbering. Okay, so now I can't craft anything. After a couple updates and quality of life changes and things like that, they went ahead and changed it to where you can pick your own three. And then they added the ability to go ahead and unlock a fourth vocation. So technically I can be my gatherer and I can do tailoring. I can do the four at once instead of the three, and I can justify going ahead and spending the money on it because it's not just, oh, well, we originally gave you three, but now we're going to SOTOR you, and you'll have to pay to unlock that third one, even though you originally had it, like your helmet, being able to hide it. So there are other games that are a lot more scummier with their pay to win. Always remember that. And that's one reason why I will not complain in that regard about Black Desert. They could always get worse with their scummy practices. Paying to hide your helmet, gotta pay for your different color template, or you had to pay for this, and it's like quality of life things, like normal things that you normally get in any single game. Like hell, even a 20-minute demo. Those old PlayStation 1 demo discs, like even those gave you more ability to play the game than what SWTOR did, unless you were paying individually to unlock this or unlock that. They did better with being able to go ahead and pay for the sub, and it would unlock some of the things one time only, account wide, but still it wasn't like with Lord of the Rings Online where they gave you more. And if you subbed and had it, it gets automatically, or stays automatically unlocked. They were like, nope, you got to swipe for that. And then you got to swipe for that feature. And then afterwards, you also got to swipe for customer support and hope you get the good one. If not, you'll have to swipe next. Yeah, hold on. Let me enter my credit card. Can I get someone new? 20? Okay. Here's my credit card number. Oh, Bill, you're the good one. Hey, man, I'm having a problem. Come on, get back there, get back there, get back there. Come on, get back there, get back there, get back there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Come on. Oops. Whoops. Okay, go. I'm getting closer on the shards that I can get for a buff. Life's gotten too hard. Swipe for me. That's the way we're getting to anymore now, man. I swear, law. Swear. Shit gets too rough, swipe your card for it. Shit's not rough enough, swipe your card for it. You need to find your card? Don't worry, bro. Swipe your card for it. It's like America and their fucking pills for everything. Like, fuck, you're sick? There's a pill for that. You're tired of being sick? There's a pill for that. You're tired of taking a pill for being sick? Don't worry, there's a pill for that. And you're tired of taking pills all day? Don't worry, there's also a pill for that. I'm fucking done. I'm done, lol. I can't with you. The struggle is real, though. The struggle is real. I have not gotten my damn hammer still, even though I can't really use it or equip it or repair it. I at least want to have the broken stub of a hub. Like, yeah, that's my hammer. I guess it would be a hammer, but it's kind of broken in 14 different locations, but it'll be a hammer one day when I'm willing to swipe. Whoops. Whoops. Which I am getting to that point. I ran into like 4 different things that I need that sub for. And I've really sat there, I'm like, should I do it? I could. But I'm kind of doing a free to play Ironman little gameplay, so I'm like, I don't want to do it until I hit that wall, but I keep running into the situation where I'm like, I could do it. Could do it. That's what I'd rather have. I could do it, not a damn, I really don't want to. You got your 3 myths, though. I only got 2 of those little bastards. I'll get my last one. I am on attempt number 5. Or I guess 5 attempts on attempt number 6. I'm still trying to get those dimes fucking. They need to pop out a baby. I guess, no. I need them to do the fusion dance. I can't find the right earrings. I get one, but they start trotting and the shit just doesn't merge. I look like an old homeless dude. I look like an old homeless guy that is still trying to relive his high school days. They told me I wouldn't be a dungeon master. Now look at me. You're homeless, playing in rocks, still wearing a cape with your turquoise hair. Doesn't get any better. Goals, guys, goals. Look at him. Looking real homeless over here. I got my sporting magazine, my Sports Illustrated. I got a little pickaxe trying to break up the sidewalk. I got my little wonder cape. Please, officer, I'm a superhero. Don't arrest me for peeing on the sidewalk while intoxicated. Check out my book. Just wait. I'll have cool looking gear. I won't look like a random homeless beggar with a pickaxe. Right now, I wouldn't even want to come up and approach myself in a dark alley. Hell, right now, I wouldn't even want to approach myself in a fully lit alley. Come on, come on. I mean, look at me. I'm like losing my hair from one side, fucking spiked up, beard coming down to the fucking floor. Okay, we're not that far off. All I need is one of the little cardboard signs. The end is nigh. Guthix approaches. I kind of look like I'm wearing socks instead of actual shoes or anything. It looks like I went to a slumber party. They're making me do slave labor in the basement. All right, Tommy, you can finally come up and have one slice of pizza if you can mine out this whole entire wall in the basement that we're going to eventually put you in and wall you up and pretend like you never came over here. Get to picking. Dear God. They're always saying that, though. They're always saying that. How many times have you heard throughout history of a cult being made talking about the end of the world is nigh after X amount of years and blah blah blah? Like, how many world organizations have sat there and told you that 2020 was going to be the end of the world, and there's going to be this whole huge cataclysm, and fucking Lich King was going to come back and all this shit. Like, you remember Y2K? Like, come on. Every year it's something. Every year the world is going to end in the next couple of years, and in the next couple of years that person is having to go to court for scamming people out of multi fucking millions and their properties and everything like that. No, I'm saying, like, you have whole governments like us with our little broadcast for the end of the world that won't play until the end of the world, or the Russians with their dead hand program or whatever the fuck it is. You know, there's always something about the end of the world. There's always prepping. There's always someone saying that the world is going to end. And every 2020 happened, and the movie was okay, but where did the real action go? Y2K, it was a great documentary, but when I woke up the next morning and I went to, I think I was in like fifth grade at the time, nothing happened. It was business as usual. The next year happened. The next year after that happened. Like, and then if we're going by some AI shit, I don't believe anything that some lobotomized or a program that has the intelligence of a lobotomized retarded roach stuck out in the middle of the fucking woods would have. Sorry. I refuse to sit there and grok. Tell me the intelligence that you have. Like, sorry. Oh, no. This is different. I swear, baby. This time it'll be different. Said every dude on a Lifetime movie. But just give me a summary. Give me a summary. Like, okay. The types of people, are they just random people on Reddit? Are these random Facebook people, or are we talking like heads of state or scientific communities that are always sitting there saying the exact same thing, like how we're no longer worried about global warming. We're now worried about the big freeze, and the big freeze is going to happen after all of the global warming. And that's the point that we'd have to worry about the most. Or every year there's a doomsday asteroid that's really going to about to hit us that is 30 years away from us, but we have it on our satellite images and like shit. All right. I'm no longer interested in it. When you bring up end of times, people reading, and the Bible, come on, just saying it out loud. Let's be real. Like I said, there's always a group or anything. I can go down how many religious groups every fucking year. Let's go down this. Let's find out real fast. A list of religious groups claiming The world is ending. But that's what I mean. Like, once you start mentioning things like that, it's like, oh, okay, here we go. Like Jehovah Witnesses, the Millerites, the Seventh-day Adventism, Branch Davidians, the some evangelical Protestant groups, and other Christian denominations all think the same thing and will preach about the same thing. That makes it even worse. That makes it seem like a girl with a nose ring and neon hair on Reddit was sitting there reading the Bible and came to epiphany when her cat fell or spilled her cup of tea on her book. But you see what that it just gives the it doesn't give a good impression, like that first impression, like, you know what I mean? Especially when it's just like a, yeah, no, like I said, I don't really care for people's opinions and interpretations and stories written, in a book. Like I know people are religious and all. It's just when you start talking about world ending and what people are, you know, thinking about the religions and thing, I don't. Opinions are opinions, unless there's anything factual or anything. It's just an opinion. It's just what you may believe or anything like that, and I don't know. Like, hell, you could be crazy, you could not be. I just don't I don't really care for it, and I'm not really gonna get into it. But yeah, that but it's like I said, it always gets brought up, and there's always something. It's always something, so I don't know. I've been through, let's see. I remember China was going to end the world back when Obama was president. There was the 2020 thing. Y2K was a thing when I was growing up. Um, let's see. There was that one church that all killed themselves. Uh, no, that one other church that killed themselves. There was that group that killed themselves. That one that became a terrorist organization. I think there's one other. Oh yeah, and COVID, obviously, and that was supposed to end the world. And then the countries that were participating in it was supposed to end the world. Oh yeah, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, like I said, if it's something you believe in, bro, hey, you believe in it. I don't know, and I would rather stay ignorant and not really care for it. It's not my cup of tea. It's like my whole pay to win topic. Like, I can't afford it. Like, if you can pay for it, you can open up your wallet and pay for it, like in a Black Desert. Like, hey, go right ahead. I just can't afford it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. So I'm not gonna sit there and worry about it or put any time and thought into it. How have I not gotten anything from this yet? I was hoping for at least one museum piece or and maybe even the broken fucking hammer. The whole reason why I'm out here. 13 hours, they said. It's 13 hours. It's all. It's a normal little grind. And I know there's a lot of other things in the game that has a lot longer of a grind than this. On, mine it. Mine it. Come on. Come on. Give me the hammer. Give me the hammer. or museum piece. I don't even think I can get the